This is a review of a digital sound noise level meter. It's a decibel tester with a range of 40 to 130 dBs. Inside the box, you'll find a 9-volt battery to power the unit with, the dB tester itself, and a brief instruction manual. When you open up the box, you'll see that the display looks like it's scratched. It's not. It has a protective film on it that you have to remove, and there's also one across the keyboard. So it makes a big difference in the appearance of the product. Just make sure you take those off. Back of the unit, you'll find the battery compartment where the 9-volt battery is to be inserted. Just plug the battery in and slip it into the compartment and put the cover back on. Before I operate this, I want to go over some of the specs real quick. It has a frequency range of 300 Hz to 8,000 Hz. The display is updated every 50 milliseconds on the bar graph. There's a bar graph across the bottom. And it also has a 3.5-digit display, which is updated about every half a second. The unit has 4 ranges, and you can use the range button to set it on a manual setting or an automatic ranging setting. The 4 ranges are 40 to 70 dB, 60 to 90 dB, 80 to 110 dB, and 100 to 130 dB. It has an accuracy of plus or minus 2 dB at 94 decibels and at 1000 Hz. Push button here to get a fast-acting or a slow-acting speed of response. Most tests to OSHA requirements are done with it in the slow response mode. Recording mode, you can press the button and the unit will remember the low and high decibel readings. If you want to check those readings of what you've seen so far, you press the button again. The display will be moving because it's continuing to measure, but it's not recording. It will show the lowest setting. You press the button again, it'll show the highest setting you've seen, and then you can press it again and restart the process. Also press the max hold button, and when it's making a measurement, it will record the maximum reading that it's seen. In order to conserve battery power, if it's not being used or any buttons are pressed, it will shut off in 20 minutes to conserve the battery. This unit is ideal for home, office, or work-related testing. Measuring and controlling your sound hearing environment is important. Let me give you an idea of some common measurements. 20 decibels is very faint, like whispering or hearing the ticking of a watch. A moderate level is conversation speech, which is 60 decibels. At 80 decibels is a very noisy office, an electric shaver, an alarm clock, or a police whistle. Very loud is a passing truck, a home lawnmower, a car horn at 5 meters away, which is 15 feet, or a wood saw. Deafening is a punch press or close to a train. That's only 110 decibels. And this has a max range of 130. 130 is the threshold of pain. That means decibels at or above 130 cause immediate ear damage, and that's something like somebody using a pneumatic rock drill or a hydraulic press. dB ratings can go as high as and up to 225 dB, which is basically standing beside a cannon, which is deafening. Taking off of an aircraft at the airport, if you're near the plane, is 180 dB. I'm now going to press the button. You'll see it come on, and it's going to count down from 999 all the way down to 111 and stop. Here you can see it being at roughly 60 to 70 dB, and as I mentioned, that's about the level of a common conversation and voice. I want to show the common use of a dB meter. Here you can see I'm measuring roughly 70 dB, 60 to 70 dBs. That's normal conversation levels. I'm now going to turn on this speaker here and play the Star Spangled Banner, which is really not a very booming, loud song. And you're going to see that it's going to be over 100 dBs, which is actually the equivalent of a passing train. This is one way to show your kids what kind of damage they're doing to their hearing. Ask them if they'd stand beside a train all day long, and the answer would be no. But yet they'll sit in front of the music speakers blasting in their face, and this is not as loud as a stereo. Here we go. That was just a simple demonstration to show the type of testing you can do. This is ideal for walking around your workplace, whether it's a machine shop or whether it's an office. In this case, you can press the record button, and at that point it's starting to record different levels of sound and noise. I'm going to start the music again just to give a louder reading. And now I'm going to come down here and press the button again. Record button is on. If I press it once, it'll tell me the minimum level. And that'll tell me the maximum level. The minimum was 0 because at one point nobody was talking. And the max was 104 dBs, which was the sound coming out of the speaker. So you can see that's a good way to walk around a shop and see the hot spots and what the maximum amounts of sound are. This sound pressure or sound level meter works very well. It's not the most expensive one I've seen, but it does the job. And it seems to make all types of proper readings. It's about the right ranges compared to what I've acknowledged that dB reading should be. It's right in the common range. Based upon the results and the fact that it's working properly, I'm going to rate this product at 5 stars. This would be good for a spot check in the office or the factory or even your home. If you're complaining about airport noise at your home or jets flying over or being too close to the train tracks and having them blow the whistles, this is one way to prove what's going on. As mentioned, I rate this product at 5 stars. This review was done by jjceo. I'd like to tell you that I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I promise to give a fair and honest review.